adults with autism can have a valued life.
As the great 21st century philosopher and comedian Jonathan Winters said, if your ship doesn't come in, well, then just swim out to it. And that's what our family's been doing for 42 years. That was the age when Sean was diagnosed with severe autism. It wasn't a great time. There were no dreams, there were no hopes. People that entered that world that had a disability were dehumanized and marginalized. But that's not how I want to end that story, because I'm here because I have a lot of hope. I believe adults with autism spectrum disorders, no matter how severe, can have a good life, a valued life, and they have gifts. So what is the state for adults? This is the bad news part. We all know, or we've heard, that about 85% of those on the spectrum are younger than 21. And we know the explosion of autism that we've seen around us. What is going to happen to all those individuals that enter the adult world? And then there's a huge percentage of those in the regional center system that are 18 and older and still living with their families. And I don't even know about the ones that don't get in the system, that aren't eligible. And actually, I have to speak to this because my son is 44. Almost worse than not getting services, for some older people were the ones that got inappropriate services, and they are forever scarred, suffering from post-traumatic stress. And we can't talk about our population of autism spectrum disorders without being acutely aware of how vulnerable our population is to abuse, sexual abuse, neglect, over-medication. And you know, we can't even get a bill on seclusion and restraint signed, federally or in this state. What does that say to us? In New York, I read that they're going to create a whole department to protect people with disabilities against abuse.
Vista Center for Behavior Analysis, empowering independent lives. Go to vistacba.com or talk to an autism professional today at 818-646-6650.